Hey everybody, Tom Sparks with Sparks Media Group. Today we are going to do a unique test. We are going to order a Matterport Digital Pro Package on a house that we've previously photographed and done a ton of work on, and I've posted videos out there regarding this house. And we are going to do this to compare what Matterport is offering for $299 versus what I would consider the industry standard is. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is hit the Order Now button. You're being redirected to VHT. And we're going to put the address in. Just make sure I have it right. Now, I'm not going to put a property ID or MLS number in here. I am simply a homeowner who wants to order a package. Doesn't say that you have to be an agent. So we're going to click on the $299 package. Now, I will say that this little test that we're going to do here has been sponsored by Dan Smigrod with We Get Around Network. He's the network forum founder. And I'm doing this as a test, and I'm going to put the video out on my YouTube channel and as well as the We Get Around Network forum that you can find at www.wganforum.com. So we're not going to order any additional services. We're going to hit next, and I'm going to put my information in. I'm not going to put an agent MLS ID. I'm not going to put a brokerage. Sure, we can receive information on VHT Studios, or from VHT Studios, so we'll hit next. We don't have a promo code, so we'll put our name in. Is there any information or instructions needed about the photographer to access this property? Our system will forward this information directly to the assigned photographer. Now, I noticed on here it doesn't ask me for a date and time that they would be available to do photography. So I'm going to put in here Okay, so we will be in touch within the next business day to schedule your appointment. We'll also create an account for you so you can easily review and access your order if you don't already have one. Submit order. So within the next business day, we will be in touch with you in the next business day. So it says within the next business day, they'll reach out. As an agent, I could see where this might be kind of a, I don't know, sticking point. A lot of my agents like the sort of on-demand feature to just log in and be able to create an order whenever they want and to put in the date and time there and know that we're going to show up. So this whole, like, you have to wait for VHT to contact me back, I could see would be a little bit annoying. So thank you, your order has been submitted. So now we'll wait. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for a second. So I just submitted the order. I don't see an order number here. It says we can call or text. And if I go here, I don't see anything in my inbox or in my spam folder that says that I submitted the order. So let's send them a text message. So I just submitted a text message to them at that 800-790-8687. And I got a response back that says, "Thank you for contacting VHT Studios. A client service representative will respond as soon as possible. Thanks for your patience." And then I got another response. "Hi, my name is Kevin. Welcome to VHT Studios. Let me assist you with your request." And I will continue to chat with Kevin and put the screen recording on this video. But yeah, we're going to test out how this process works and the quality that we get from the process. So I will continue to add to this video, and we'll talk soon. All right, everybody. So about an hour ago, I received an email from VHT, and it says, "Welcome. We are excited to be your visual marketing partner. As a VHT client, you now have access to the most powerful tools in the industry designed to give you a competitive edge in real estate marketing. What to expect when you have placed your first order. A VHT Studios certified photographer will contact you ASAP to schedule your appointment. Following your session, we will optimize the images to ensure they meet our high quality standards. And within 2 business days after the property is photographed, you'll receive an email from us to let us know that your photographs and or any services you may have ordered are already finished. Click here for more information on what you can expect with your first order." Before I do that, scroll down. It has account information. We have registered you for My VHT, a complimentary and proprietary tool where you can easily track order status and manage property tours. It provides many useful, convenient features, all designed to maximize your marketing investment. When you log in, you'll be given a quick overview. If you have any questions, please contact us. We greatly appreciate your business. So when I click this important next steps, it opens up a PDF. And it says what to expect after ordering VHT Studios photography. Scheduling your shoot. After your order is placed, a photographer will call you by the next business morning to schedule your shoot. We highly recommend that you or one of your team members is present for the shoot. To cancel, contact VHT Studios and your photographer, and please provide 24 hours notice to avoid a cancellation fee. Your home should be prepared and open house ready prior to the photographer's arrival. See the reverse side of this for preparing for a photo shoot. The session lasts anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, depending on the property. Be sure to ask your photographer about additional services such as floor plans, virtual staging, green grass, and blue sky, and more. After your session, your photographs will be enhanced and optimized by our studio image specialists. If you need guaranteed express delivery, ask your photographer on site to receive your photographs by noon the following business day. The following business day after your shoot, you'll receive an order complete email with a link to preview your photographs using our on-demand review and delivery system. Simply make your selections and download your images instantly to share across all your marketing and media platforms. Your photographs and tour links will be accessible through your My VHT account. A link to our customer satisfaction survey can be found in your order complete email. We always strive for 100% client satisfaction, so your feedback is important to us. And here's a guide to preparing for a photography session. Before the shoot, determine which features you'd like to highlight, remove all clutter, clean and stage, replace any light bulbs that aren't working, and the lawn should be cut and the yard tidy. The day of the shoot, arrive 30 minutes before, open blinds, turn on lights and lamps, turn off all ceiling fans, clearing remaining clutter from countertops and surfaces. Make sure there are no vehicles parked in the driveway, hide garbage cans and recycle bins. Be sure all cleanup and staging is done before the photographer arrives. Keep in mind that the photographer is not permitted to move furniture or any of the homeowner's property. Point out the property's best features to the photographer before the shoot begins, and be available to answer questions and confer with your photographer during the shoot. So this is a handy little guide, and this is the process so far. I will now log in, and we can see what this is about. Okay, here's an introduction. Listing information, view links. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. So there it's that. I just clicked that link. That's saying if we want virtual staging, we're not going to add that to it. If we click here, we have the listing address, listing details, number of stories, ad copy. You have your links here. We'll click on the branded one and see what it looks like. Nothing so far. No photographs yet. So all this will be populated, I'm sure, once everything is delivered. So here's the package we bought. Here's the photographer information. Matterport Capture Services is the photographer, videographer. There's their phone number. If we hit change preferred photographer, there is none. But we'll go with that. Tour features. Okay. Open houses. So that's it so far. Not a lot to it. So we'll just have to wait and see when they contact us. Okay, everybody, we are back. So Friday I hadn't heard anything, and I reached out to VHT via a phone call, and what they said was that the shoot had been assigned to a photographer, but they wouldn't tell me who it was. They didn't have that information. They just said it was assigned, and they said that I should be hearing from the photographer via a text message or phone call at some point throughout the day. I didn't hear anything, and I started to get slightly annoyed. And then on Saturday, I looked in my email, and I realized they had sent me an email Friday at 10:13 a.m. So if you remember, kind of going back to this, my first time placing the order was Thursday the 16th at 10 a.m. And so, yeah, about 24 hours later, they reached out. And so they said, thank you for submitting a Matterport Capture Services appointment request. That's interesting. And it's interesting because it looks like they're throwing it back to a Matterport Capture Services person rather than doing it themselves. We'd like to move forward with scheduling capture for the following location. Now, they said that the job had been scheduled for the 21st at 10 a.m. Please let me know if this does not work and we can try to reschedule. So they gave me a time. They didn't ask me, what I prefer. Please make sure every space is 100% photo ready before our photographer arrives to avoid cancellation fees. We do not have the ability to edit or Photoshop the final tours, so it's important the space looks exactly as you want them to prior to our photographer arriving. If the shot list includes common areas or amenities, please make sure they are completely closed off from all foot traffic. If the shot list needs to change or you need to reschedule the photo shoot, please notify us more than 24 hours before the photo shoot to avoid cancellation fees. As a reminder, if the space on the original shot list needs to change, please let us know more than 24 hours to avoid more than 24 hours before the appointment to avoid a 50% last minute cancellation fee. So again, I got this kind of late. This was sent I looked at this kind of late. This was sent at 10:13 a.m. And then I got an email at 10:17, 4 minutes later, saying, "Hi, we are pleased to confirm your appointment." So they didn't even really give me a chance to respond. It says, with VHT Studios photographer Matterport Capture Services, here's a phone number. If you need assistance regarding your appointment, please call or text. To ensure a healthy and safe environment, please review our COVID prep guide. Okay. Here's the information. To ensure everyone's healthy and safe, please review, share, and prepare homes according to the guide. Okay. We appreciate your business. So I got these emails kind of back to back. I did reply on Saturday and say, 10 a.m. works. And they wrote back this morning and said, great, thanks. If I look at the prep guide they have, it's an additional one-page document that talks about the COVID protocol. It talks about moving cars from driveways, closing all windows, blah, 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 remove personal photos, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this looks pretty standard, like a prep guide. So it is currently Monday at about 5 p.m. and we have a shoot tomorrow at 10 a.m. So we will see how this goes, and the story continues. Okay, everybody. So the photographer did show up right on time, maybe even a couple minutes early. He got out of the car and was super professional, introduced himself, and he had this NASCAR of a camera known as the Pro 3. And I jokingly called it a NASCAR camera because it had this checkerboard pattern all over it. He explained that it was an early edition Pro 3 camera, and I guess Matterport may have sold them to a few MSPs or sent them out. But they wanted to hide their branding on the camera, I guess. And so they put this on there, and he was kind of annoyed by it and was trying to figure out a way to take it off. I thought it might have been just a sticker, and maybe he could wrap the camera with his own labeling if he wanted to. But nonetheless, he had this very look at me type of a camera known as the Pro 3 with the checkerboard print on it. So he explained the process that he was going to go in the house and do some scanning, and then he would do the backyard, and then he would finish with the front yard. He asked if all the lights were on, and I told him they were. And so he did his thing. I sat in the car and sent out a few emails and probably watched a couple YouTube videos. And about an hour later, he popped out of the front of the house and he did the front yard shots. What's interesting is he used a level on his cell phone to make sure that the camera was as close to level as possible. That's a trick that I haven't done. I don't tend to do that. I use the bubble levels on the tripod to ensure that the camera is, as level as possible. But knowing that, Matterport does have some tolerances for unlevel surfaces. But so it was good to see him take that extra step and go that extra, that extra mile to make sure that the camera was perfectly level was nice. So he said that he was going to upload everything on his way back home, and he would turn everything into Matterport. They would do their processing, and that we should get something within 2 days. And that was it. Unremarkable kind of visit. Nothing, odd or weird to report about it. So we're picking up where we left off. I had VHT/Matterport Capture Services come out and photograph this property, and I did not get an email saying that the media was delivered, but I did lock my account out trying to check the status, and so VHT was able to unlock my account, and once I logged in, I just started poking around, and as I'm scrolling, we see that there's some different options for download. So I think some of the stuff has been delivered, if not everything. So we're going to go through this. We're going to click download PDF floor plan, download print images, and it looks like it's going to zip this up, so I'll speed it along. Our zip file's ready. Click here to download. We're going to go back to downloads. We're going to download the intro video. If I right click on it, I can do save link as, and here we can download it. We'll click on images, and we got different options. We go to 3D Tour. Looks like they didn't mark this window properly because there's that splatter. Or no, it's probably from the mirror. They didn't mark the mirror, it looks like. Either way, we would have caught that. And in this bathroom, something's going on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, they didn't even... Look at that. You cannot go in the bathroom. That's annoying. So I would expect to be able to go in the bathroom, and in fact let's see. Nope, that's the bathroom next door. Yeah, so you can't go in this bathroom right here at all. And on the 3D tour that I provided with the Pro 3, or with all the cameras, I went in the bathroom. Let's look at floor 1. Let's see what we got here. They didn't mark this fireplace, so there's splatter out the back. He did a decent amount of scans in the house, in the rest of the house. He didn't do closets. Let's see if he did the bedroom closets. Nope. So we don't have any data for the closet areas, which is kind of unfortunate because if you look at that closet's fairly accurate, but these two closets are different sizes, and the drafters did capture that, but he didn't scan in the closet, which is something we would have done. And our practices are to scan on one side of the doorway and then the other. He kind of did that, but he spread them out a little further, which I guess is okay. Gives the same result. So yeah, it looks like the couple issues I have with this is he didn't go inside this bathroom, which is kind of a big deal. He did not mark some of the mirrors correctly, so there's a little bit of splatter. And so here's what he did for the front of the house. And in this next clip, I'll show you what we provided with our Pro 3 camera. So here's a scan we did with our Pro 3 camera. And I kind of want to highlight just a couple differences here. Obviously, I had more time on site, so I did the whole property. So you can walk this entire property from the front yard to the backyard with the 3D tour. We didn't do any 360s. So that was one of the huge differences, and I wasn't necessarily expecting them to do that. This is kind of an extremist, I guess, point of view. One of the biggest things, though, that they didn't do was this bathroom up here. So we scanned in the bathroom. So you're now able to walk in this bathroom. And there's the good old Pro 3 camera. I noticed in one of their scans, and I'll cover it in the video, the coloring here was way off on this picture. And I'm sorry, I'll cover it when we go to the photo section. The coloring was way off, and even on my Pro 3, looking at this light, that's not good right there. But other than that, he scanned it very similar to how we would. It's just he didn't do the bathroom, which was like a really big deal. I don't know why you wouldn't do the bathroom. We did include the closets, which he didn't do. But yeah, we're able to walk this whole property. So here we're going to compare some photos. This is the front left of the house, and looks decent. One thing I noticed about it is that they watermark all their images, which is horrible. We've never done that. You put their logo on it, and then when it gets uploaded to MLS, it has MLS's logo on it, and by the time it's all said and done, you have a bunch of logos all over your pictures, which isn't really a good look. So not bad at first sight, but now we'll look at what we deliver. Here's an image that we delivered, and as you can tell, we left the power lines in. They actually photoshopped them out when they did the blue sky swap. So yeah, that's kind of a huge deal. Okay, here's what they would call their center shot. No power lines on the far right, And it looks like they did something to the grass, maybe virtually raked some leaves. And in comparison, we'll show our image. We left the leaves on the grass, and we left the power lines in on the far right. And it's a little more of a centered shot than what they provide. Now moving in, you have what they are calling the office, or what we're calling the office. Blown out windows, and if you look at the light on the ceiling fan, there's some weird coloration going on with it. But more importantly, the aspect ratio of this image is not the same as it is for the outside shot. So I don't know if they cropped it in or what, but it's a different aspect ratio than the outside images. And here's an image that we provided. As you can tell, there's crystal clear window pulls. You can see the detail outside the house, and the ceiling fan doesn't look like it's burning. Our aspect ratio is the same throughout the shoot, so you don't have to worry about it showing black bars on certain gallery views. Here's a kitchen shot. It's a little more straight on than we deliver, but more importantly is the window view. The window details outside the house aren't very clear. And here's our kitchen shot. We're more of an angle. You can see more of the room area, and you can see all the detail outside the house. Here's their living room shot. As you can tell, the logo's on the image again. The aspect ratio is a little off. That's why there's black bars on the top and bottom, and the window details outside the house are blown out. In comparison with our view, we have a full aspect ratio to keep it consistent, and we have nice detail outside of the house, crystal clear window pulls. In this upper bedroom shot, we have a ceiling fan light that looks like it's burning. In comparison, here's ours. The ceiling fan is not on fire. With this bedroom, a little more of the usual. Weird aspect ratio, logo on the image, blown out windows. And I didn't like this particular angle where they're showing all the way in the hallway, but not what's on the right side of the. In comparison, here's ours. We show a little bit of a peek into the hallway. We're showing the full wall that the bed is on, and we're showing crystal clear window pulls. Now this is one of the main shots that really stood out to me. Look at the wall in the bathroom. It looks like somebody started painting and didn't finish. And then look at the burning ceiling fan. This shot is not useful, not deliverable. The cabinets don't match. They're one color on the bottom, one color on the doors. Just a horrible screen grab. In comparison, here's the shot we delivered. You can see that the walls in the bathroom, as well as the bathroom vanity cabinet, are nice and even colored, and the ceiling fan light is not on fire. Moving into the backyard, we have what appears on surface level to be a nice shot. We can tell they did a sky swap. Looks like they may have cleaned up the grass a little bit. They definitely photoshopped out the power lines that are now on the left side, and their logos on the image. Also, if you notice, the aspect ratio has changed back to where it was originally. That fills up the full screen. In comparison, here's our shot. We have our power lines on the left side. We did do a sky swap, and the yard is not virtually raked. I'm going to go back to their backyard shot again. If you notice the pattern in the clouds, this is one thing that really bothers me as far as putting out images for marketing purposes. You have the cloud pattern, which is this way, and if you flip to the front of the house shot, you'll see that the cloud pattern is the exact same way, and you're facing a completely different direction. So what this editor did was they used the same cloud pattern in both shots, and that's something that really is annoying to me, and I beat this into my editor's heads to not put out images like this. Don't get lazy with the sky swaps. Next, we're going to take a look at the video that they provided to us, which they are calling their preview video. Now this video goes pretty quick, but you start in the kitchen, you zoom out, and then you end up in the living room, which shows the same area you were in before. not much of a preview video to show a house. So discussing floor plans here, you can see that this is the floor plan they provided. It doesn't have any square footage or anything on it. It also doesn't have Matterport's logo, so I assume they took that off. In comparison, here's the floor plan that was provided through Matterport's website that was drawn by Cubicasa that does show the square footage and has their logo on it. Here's the second floor, and nothing remarkable here except for in the primary bedroom, the closet was drawn in, but because he didn't scan in the closet, he didn't get the additional detail that there's a little bump out that takes up some of the closet space, which we'll show you in our floor plan right here. Here you can see the bump out in black in the closet of the primary bedroom, and that would, I think, be important to a buyer to show that, hey, this isn't a full closet, there's a little bit of area missing that's not usable space. In conclusion, if you're a real estate photographer or real estate business owner, I wouldn't be too concerned about this digital pro package that Matterport is offering by way of VHT. The deliverables are not consistent with what most of us would put out, and I don't think agents will find that the amount of money they may be saving by hiring Matterport/VHT is worth the lack of quality in the product that they are delivering. If you're a real estate agent, first and foremost, Matterport said that the images are edited to meet their high quality standards. Now, if high quality standards means removing power lines from images and photoshopping the grass to make it look nice and tidy, then what standard is it to make sure the walls are even colored and that the lights don't look like they're on fire? Not to mention the fact that, removing power lines from an image and photoshopping the grass could get you in hot water with MLS for false advertising, and that's, kind of a big thing. Matterport/VHT delivered 25 images to me from this shoot, which they extracted from the 3D virtual tour. What that means is if they miss a scan point, you won't get an image from that area. And in this case, they missed an entire upstairs bathroom, so we didn't get any shots of that bathroom that we could use for marketing purposes. In comparison, I personally photographed this house as I normally would, and I delivered 60 images to the agent. I had a new hire photographer who I've been training that photographed this property, and it was actually her second real estate shoot ever. She captured 54 images, and we delivered those as well to the agent. So a lot of those were duplicates of what I provided, but just to give you a sense of when we say we deliver what the house gives us, that really is true. This house had way more than 25 images worth of rooms to capture. The video preview that they provided was 12 seconds long and basically useless. We provided video clips that are generally 2 to 3 minutes in length, but quality doesn't really have to be about how long the video is. It should capture the essence of the house and not just 2 rooms, which, in their video, it just captured the kitchen and the family room. The 3D virtual tour that they provided was decent at best. It included, discolored walls. That cabinet in the upstairs bathroom was really discolored, and the light fixtures looked like they were on fire. They didn't scan closets, and they missed a whole bathroom upstairs, which was a really big deal. One huge issue that I could see that real estates would have is that when I placed the order, I entered the address, selected what services I wanted, and it prompted me to pay for it, and that was it. I was then told that somebody would call or text me. I wasn't able to enter my preferred shoot date and time, which is something agents love to do. I was waiting for a while and I never got a call or text, only to find an email saying, hey, would this date and time work? I didn't reply because I didn't see it initially, and 5 minutes after that first email came out, I got another email saying, okay, this date and time is confirmed. It did say, if you have any issues with that, please give us a call, but agents don't like to wait, and they definitely want a confirmation of services so they aren't guessing if someone will show up or not. The content that was delivered was slightly outside of their 2 business day window. Not a huge deal in that regard, but we deliver our content to our clients within 24 hours, usually a lot less. And our agents have grown accustomed to that. I think that the lack of communication about when the shoot will take place and when the media will be ready would be a huge turnoff for agents looking to hire Matterport for their Digital Pro package. I hope you found this video useful and informative. I'd love to hear your comments on it. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and if it gets a thumbs down, I'm going to assume you work for Matterport or VHT. No hard feelings. This is just an honest, unbiased review. If you do find the video useful, please share it, and if you're not subscribed, please do so. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dan Smigrod, founder and managing editor of We Get Around Network, WGAN TV, and sponsor of this little test. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.